Hey, so this is Ryan from Play Magazine, and I am joined by
Jean-Maxime Moris.
And we're going to go through is this the remix game? Is that the official title of this? The remix gameplay?
This is the memory remix gameplay of Gamescom 2012. Indeed.
Sure. And it was really interesting actually, because I think a lot of people were asking questions about it afterwards in terms of what's the actual gameplay of this like, because I know there are some stealth bits, there's the bit where you change the memories. I mean, how would you describe this game? I know that's a really big question to start with.
Well, the bigger picture of Remember Me is that it's at its core is a third-person action-adventure game that has a very well-balanced, anchored recipe of action and adventure. And on top of that, we had some crazy innovations, one of them being the memory remix, and other ones I can't talk to you about right now, because I'd get killed by Capcom.
You want to hold some secrets back, right?
Yes.
What about the design of, what's her name, first of all?
So her name is Nilin, Nilin, and this was actually her work-in-progress design, because this video, as it says, is a work-in-progress gameplay video, and since then that design has evolved, and so the final design you can see in the other video, which is the chase video.
So what was it about her design that you wanted to change?
So basically, we felt that so we are a cyberpunk game, and cyberpunk is about, extrapolating today's trends into the future, and basically we felt that she was too disconnected from where we are today. She looked a little bit too much like she came out of even games like Mass Effect, for instance, which are, set way more in the future. So that's why we brought back the jeans, the tight materials, the leather jacket, that kind of stuff. And it really feels, if you look at the new design, it really feels like she could be from today, but there's something very futuristic about her as well, and that's exactly the balance we wanted to reach.
Sure. So this gameplay right here, I mean, this is a stealthy section, right, of the game?
So I wouldn't call them stealth, because that's a very dangerous word to pronounce in this industry. But these sections I call patrol puzzle. Basically, it's about avoiding the drones, and the drones are security drones that patrol the city. They have their patterns, they have a cone of detection, and you need to stay out of there.
Okay, and is this, I guess, would this represent the core gameplay of what you're doing for the majority of the time, or is this just a small element of it?
That is just a small element of it. Most of the time you're running around fighting like in your good old action-adventure game.
Okay, and just to put this in context, what part of the game is this taken from?
This is taken from... This actually happens around halfway through the game, and the reason why it happens and where it leads to, I cannot tell you either, because that would be spoiling a major element of the scenario.
Sure. One thing I did want to ask is how long have you guys been working on this?
So we started the company in 2008, so that was 4 years ago, but you have to understand that 4 years ago it was 5 people, in just a one-room apartment. So, that's practically the same number of people that there are in this room. Basically, had to grow the company from 5 to 95, and that's what took us so long. And the game has only been in real production for the past 2 years.
Okay, so this bit here, she's hacking into his memory, right?
Yes, so this is what I'm really proud of. This is the memory remix, and it's taken a lot of prototyping and iteration to get right. The memory remix is this ability that Nilin has to dive into one of your memories, change just a few details, and then come back out of that memory to see and watch the butterfly effect consequences pan out onto your personality and onto the game world. So in this instance, she was sent by Edge, who is giving her missions in the game. She was sent by Edge to kill Frank Fallen, whom you can see in the background. And instead of killing him directly, she's going to remix him so that he kills himself. This is the memory she has to remix. This is the memory of his breakup with his girlfriend 4 days ago. And as you can see, we're going to have one objective in the memory remix, which is to make Frank kill Alexia. So that is what we're going to try to achieve. Yeah. And hopefully that will give us the right result in the real world.
I mean, obviously in this clip here, it doesn't quite work the first time, and she tries again and it does work. How many times are you allowed to try indefinitely until you get it right? What happens?
You are allowed to try indefinitely to get it right. So basically, when you get into that section, it's a very thematic section, and you're the hand of God, and you get to rewind and forward as much as you want. So all of this is controlled by the player, right? So it's not just the game that puts you back in one sequence or another. And the first thing you're gonna need to do, and this is something we added since this video, is you're gonna need to look for the interactions, and explore to find the glitches, and then you have all these interactions opened, and then you get to interact with them. You get to try different combinations. In this case, the combination is not enough to make him kill her, but there is a hint. She's talking about the security, so you're gonna rewind back and try to see what other possibilities you have. There is only one solution that you can reach. There are no several outcomes, but in all the different branches that you can explore, there will be some storytelling, some different stuff happening between the characters, and there will be some rewards to that exploration. And we also have some pretty funny stuff hidden there.
Obviously, you don't explore all the options here because that would be ridiculous for a trailer.
Yeah.
But what happens if you hit the light? I don't know why that stood out to me, but I was thinking, hit the light.
If you what? Oh, if you hit
because the light switch is flagged up. Yeah.
Okay, that would not have any effect on the scene. Actually. But there is one interaction whereby now we've changed the design so that if you just hit the bottle, basically Forlan will fall to the ground and kill himself. Yeah. Because he basically hits his head against the table. So you first have to move the table, make him fall, then pick the gun, and then do that. And then you also have other combinations with the suitcase that's following her, Sarah.
So would you say this is the idea you started with when you started making this game? This idea of remixing memories?
Yes, this was basically we wanted to do a cyberpunk game that was about human emotions. We wanted it to be about memories, and we also wanted to have this idea that one idea can change the world, and all of that was boiled down into this video.
And obviously it's quite a dramatic end to this scene here. Was this always in your mind, the way you wanted to show the game to the world? Was this always the clip that stood out to you?
Yes, definitely. It was the concept of the game in the beginning was and still is remix memories change the world. And when you remix someone, how better to show the dramatic change on that person than by showing him kill himself.